We are Buffalo. We are San Diego.
Yonder and Alonso and the boys are back in town after a successful 6-4 road trip. The Padres have hit 13 home runs in the last 11 games. They're going to host the Cincinnati Reds and Joey Votto, the four-time All-Star. The Reds have won 6 of the last 7 games against San Diego. It's a gorgeous Monday night for baseball here at Petco Park. It's game 1 of a 3-game set between the Reds and the Padres, the very first of 8 straight games here at home for San Diego. Wonderful to have you with us. Alongside Mark Sweeney, I'm Mike Pomerantz. Mark Grant, Dick Enberg have the night off. Very good reason for optimism right now. Yes, it was a tough first part of the month. The All-Star break came, and then the team seemed to revitalize itself. 6-4 on this road trip. A lot of reasons why. Yonder Alonso, one of them.
Yeah, I think Yonder Alonso, when he went on the disabled list, really broke down a lot of video. And if we take a look before the All-Star break, he is slightly open with his front foot and his front side. The adjustment he's made, he's lowered his hands a little bit, but the front shoulder and also the front foot is squared to the plate. I think this is adjustment when he walks away from his hands and he takes his stride and his load. Everything is different because he's squared to the plate. When he does this on the left side, he gets his foot down and he has that hitting position he's in. Now take a look at the front shoulder. Gets his foot down, it's squared to the plate. I think he can get the ball back a little more back in his stance, and he can take the ball the other way, which is his strength. Yonder Alonso doesn't like where he's at right now. He needed to make a slight adjustment, and now, as you can see the swing taking through, the production is he knows how to hit, and on the right side, taking that swing and getting hits, doubles, home runs, and driving runs in. Yonder Alonso made a much-needed little adjustment.
368 is what Alonso hit on this road trip. Also 9 RBIs. Now for the Reds, they have a lot of weapons, but probably the focus has to be Joey Votto.
Well, the MVP candidate, Joey Votto, understands how to drive the ball everywhere along the field, and he is very dangerous because of his consistency. You can see from those numbers, they speak for themselves, and Joey Votto is that guy. If the game's on the line, you got to be very careful about giving in to him and understanding he is a devastating hitter in that batter's box.
Just one of the many issues that tonight's starting pitcher Sean O'Sullivan will have to address. Yeah, he's from San Diego, and you're going to hear what Buddy Black says he'll need to do to beat the Reds this evening.
first of a 3-game set. We welcome you here to Petco Park. And on the mound tonight for San Diego will be Sean O'Sullivan, making his 3rd start of the season for the club. And in a matchup that features 2 local guys, as Mike Leake hails from Fallbrook High School, just an hour north of here. And, of course, Sean says they did hook up in Little League and travel ball. And, hey, now the big. So Buddy Black looking forward to the local talent displayed on the mound tonight and says for Sean to get the win, these will be his keys.
But he's got to use all his pitches. He's got to, get the fastball in a good spot, use the slider, get the slow curve over, use the change up is a big pitch to these guys, to this lineup. So, like every starting pitcher, pitch well, hit his spots, keep the ball down, elevate when you need to. Throw the ball on the hands, certain hitters, keep the ball down and away to certain hitters. That's his game.
That is our Geico quote of the game. Shows Sean O'Sullivan searching his first win here tonight against the Cincinnati Reds in a San Diego showdown featuring 2 local products here in the area. Of course, it'll be Mike Pomeranz and Mark Sweeney with the call when we get back right after the break.
Reds and Padres from Petco Park. Boy, it is great to be home. 10 games on the road for the Padres as they came back from the All-Star break. Nice road trip, too. 6-4. And now they're set for 8 here at home. Tonight, the first of 3 against the Cincinnati Reds. And for the Reds, their lineup this evening, courtesy of Hyundai. It'll be Derek Robinson leading off. Cesar Izturis will get the start at second base. Then Joey Votto, Jay Bruce, Todd Frazier, Xavier Paul, Devin Mesoraco, Zach Cozart, and the pitcher, Mike Leake. Shin-Soo Choo and Brandon Phillips will get a bit of a break. Here's the Padres defense behind starter Sean O'Sullivan, courtesy of the Aramco Group. Mark Kotze will play left field. Alexi Amarista gets the start in center. Then Will Venable in right. Chase Headley, Cabrera, Forsythe, Alonso around the horn. Nick Hundley will catch the San Diego native, Sean O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan 0-2 with a 4.73 earned run average. Dusty Baker and the Reds come in action tonight. 5 games back in the Central and in third place.
Well, let's take a look at the scouting report for Sean O'Sullivan, and he has to use all of his pitches, and he has to locate all of those pitches, change patterns, not fall into that trap of throwing that changeup and breaking ball in certain situations, and then embrace this challenge. What a great challenge it is, because he has an opportunity in the big leagues in his home state and his favorite team growing up.
And Derek Robinson will roll this one over to Logan Forsythe for the first out of the inning, and Sean O'Sullivan makes quick work of the speedy Robinson. Works ahead in the count, does O'Sullivan. Says he's not comfortable working behind, putting men on base, that it's not part of his game plan. Looking for his first win as a member of the Padres. Cesar Izturis, 11 years in the big leagues, sitting in the second spot for Dusty Baker's Reds.
Well, you can see from the average, only coming in at 202. He's a defensive guy that's a backup infielder and just taking the place of Brandon Phillips, who's getting a breather today.
Ball and a strike to Izturis. Switch hitter. Comes in at 202. So it's O'Sullivan against Mike Leake as you check out Matt Latos. Latos.
A little relaxed, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's not scheduled to pitch until tomorrow. He's got 24 hours to think about throwing against his old mates. Latos 10-3 for the Reds this season. As I was saying, O'Sullivan and Leake both from San Diego. A couple of different stories as O'Sullivan looks to stick in the big leagues. And a nice pitch by O'Sullivan. He'll get Izturis with the strikeout, the second out of the inning. It's time now for a Fox Sports 1 game break. Well, thanks very much. That's a great ball game when you look at the way the Indians have been playing and what they need to do in that American League Central. They're just 3 games behind Detroit.
Well, everyone's going to be chasing Detroit. That team is built to win the championship, but you never know with this game of baseball. It brings a lot of funny things coming into August, September.
Joey Votto puts a charge into this one at his first at bat, and this will find the wall. It'll be Amarista and Venable converging on it. Amarista up with it and in, and Votto has a 2-out double. 4-time All-Star.
Well, let's take a look at this swing. That leg kick right down in, and he uses his legs. And you take a look at when he gets his foot down, watch how he uses his lower half. That ball is down in the strike zone, a good pitcher's pitch. This shows the talent that Joey Votto possesses. It's the consistency in putting the barrel of the bat on the baseball.
So Votto at second with 2 men out. It'll bring up Jay Bruce. Bruce, big power numbers, 22 home runs, 73 RBIs. For Bruce, he's 5th in the National League with the home runs and 4th in the NL in RBIs.
You look at Sean O'Sullivan early in this ball game and throwing a very good changeup. Something just to throw into the Reds' minds as hitters. If you're haven't taken a bat yet, they understand that changeup coming out of his hands. Good arm speed, good location.
Ball and strike, 2 outs. In the National League, Paul Goldschmidt, who the Padres just had to deal with in Arizona, tops the leaderboard with 85 runs driven in. And Brandon Phillips with the Reds here, who has the night off. Alan Craig, and there you see Jay Bruce with 73.
Well, you can see base open at first base, and you can pitch to him and not give in. These are the guys when they drive runs in. You have to pitch them very carefully in these situations, but you can still attack their weaknesses.
3 balls and a strike to Bruce. Should he get on, Todd Frazier would follow. And he does. Brian Knight, the home plate umpire, calls ball 4. So Bruce is aboard with a walk. And with 2 outs, that will bring up Todd Frazier. 15 pitches already thrown by Sean O'Sullivan as Frazier digs in. 98 games, 248 average.
Sean, for him to be successful tonight, Mike, he has to locate his fastball. Everything works off that fastball command, and you can see him pulling that fastball to the side. This is what Bud Black and Darren Balsley, the pitching coach, are going to be watching throughout this ball game.
Well, for O'Sullivan, as we mentioned at the open, it's only his 3rd start. 2nd start here at home. The first one, you have to understand, right, is he's all amped up. He's got a family, friends, a full contingent here at Petco to watch him. So even he expects of himself to be a little bit more relaxed tonight.
Well, it's with opportunities, Mike, and if you spent some time in the minor leagues, you think every opportunity is the World Series. And what I mean about that is you spend some time in the minor leagues, you understand that these opportunities are few and far between. He already pitched out of the bullpen after the All-Star break, and he also hears and trade rumors that San Diego Padres would like to add some starters. So that he's taking this onto the mound, and he understands the importance of this start.
And he's behind Frazier, 3-1. Xavier Paul waits on deck. You see Cameron Maben, Andrew Kashner.
And we saw Cameron taking some swings today. That's a good sign. Bud Black talked about it earlier in his press conference that he's getting close.
O'Sullivan hoping to keep Todd Frazier cool as a cucumber. Dusty Baker talking about Todd Frazier before the game today, saying, boy, I just cannot get him on track. He's flip-flopped, said Baker, where his strength used to be the offense. Now it seems to be defensively.
Well, that's a good hitter's park in Cincinnati, so you have those expectations of putting up big numbers, especially when you're home.
And just like that, the Reds have the bases loaded.
Well, it's a good time for Darren Balsley to go out there and have a chat. Looks like Sean O'Sullivan's being a little too fine around the strike zone, and you can get in those phases. But just this is reminder time, and Darren Balsley's worked enough with Sean O'Sullivan with spring training, and since he's been here, to have those keys that he's going to have right now. But I think it's all about being aggressive with Xavier Paul up next with the bases loaded.
Last time out against Milwaukee, O'Sullivan walked 3 in 6 1/3. And in his first start against San Francisco here, 5 innings, 3 walks, and he has 2 now in the first inning.
That's what drives him crazy. You talk to Sean O'Sullivan, he knows he commands the strike zone with all pitches. If he's walking guys, he doesn't like that because he doesn't have the velocity to wow you, but he does have location.
And right away he's behind Xavier Paul. O'Sullivan now just 1 of 6 first pitch strikes. Votto at third now, and Bruce at second, Frazier at first. Paul, 28 years old. Some time with the Dodgers, the Pirates. Last year, some time with the Reds.
Well, Xavier Paul, and I was with him in the Dodgers organization, possesses a short swing and a lot of power, but he's susceptible to that changeup.
O'Sullivan comes back with a strike. Paul's career numbers there with the bases loaded. A .385 hitter. 500 though in limited at bats this season. 4 for 8. And O'Sullivan misses again.
You always got to remember you're one pitch away with 2 outs. You just got to make a pitch. 3-1.
Got to be careful with the Reds. They score a lot of runs, third most in the National League. You do not want to let them get on the board early, especially behind Mike Leake. And that ball is skied foul. It's Headley and Hundley, and it'll be Chase Headley who will make the third one of the inning, and the Reds get hit in a couple of walks but don't score. Padres coming up. Long 10-game road trip back for 8. This is the first of 3 between the Reds and the Padres. Mark Sweeney, Mike Pomeranz with you as Dick Enberg and Mark Wren enjoy a night off. Here's the Padres starting lineup brought to you by Toyota this evening. Everett Cabrera will lead off. Alexi Amarista will bat second in center field. And Chase Headley, Yonder Alonso, Will Venable, Mark Kotze, Logan Forsythe, Nick Hundley, and the pitcher Sean O'Sullivan. For the Reds defensively, Mike Leake is the starting pitcher from San Diego, and behind him, courtesy of Hyundai, it'll be Xavier Paul in left, Derek Robinson the center fielder, Jay Bruce gets the start as usual in right, then Todd Frazier, Zach Cozart, Cesar Izturis, and Joey Votto around the horn. Devin Mesoraco is the catcher, and Mike Leake gets the start.
Well, not intimidating force, not a big guy, but great athlete. Doesn't give in, and he pitches with his fastball and also his curveball, changeup, and fastball counts. But elevation for the Padres is very essential tonight. Look for the ball up.
It'll be Cabrera, Amarista, and Headley here in the home half of the first inning. 89 games played for Everett. Comes in at .279, 4 home runs, 28 runs driven in. And keep an eye on Todd Frazier, the third baseman, playing in very close. Going to take away that bunt as Everett hitless in his last 2 ball games.
Well, you see Dusty Baker right there, and talking to him before the ball game. Loves Mike Leake, loves how he competes on the mound. Last time out, 12 hits against the Giants, only 1 run. He understands how to spread those hits out, and also competes.
And that ball is lined sharply to center field. So Cabrera breaks a 2-game hitless streak, and he's aboard with a leadoff single.
Well, good swing by Everett Cabrera, and what a sight to see, especially being at home. And Everett Cabrera using his hands, getting that foot down, and just using the middle part of the field. That's what I love about Everett Cabrera. He's the catalyst for this offense, and that's how you start it. He's got to feel good about being at home.
He's the National League leader in stolen bases with 36. And keep an eye on him. What Dusty Baker says his pitcher Mike Leake's a very good athlete, holding runners close, not been a strong suit. Alexi Amarista in the 2 slot.
Well, for Everett Cabrera over at first base, he's got to gain some information. Mike Leake, good athlete like we talked about, and quick feet. He needs to try to give some information to the guys on the bench. They're going to be trying to take that extra base tonight.
1 ball, no strikes. Chance for some early strategy if Buddy wants to employ it. There goes Cabrera, and that ball is bounced, and the only play for the second baseman, Cesar Izturis, is to first. So getting the runner started and getting a pitch that you knew Mike Leake was going to have to try to throw for a strike.
As you can see, Everett Cabrera gets a good jump off the first base, but that's a hit and run. Good job by Alexi Amarista. He does his job getting on top of that baseball, and nice job by Everett Cabrera getting over the baseball. That's very difficult when you have full speed ahead at second base. Very athletic move by Everett Cabrera.
Here's Chase Headley. Chase comes in at 238, 8 home runs, 33 runs driven in.
Well, it's the second half. Time to go for Chase Headley. Did it last year. He has the confidence to do that again. Maybe not the same numbers he put up last year, but he understands he's got it in him, and he expects it.
Chase had a nice road trip. 12-38. It's a 316 clip. Double, a triple, a homer, couple of runs driven in. Could be the start of something nice. We've seen it before with him. Oh, what a marvelous couple of months he had last year.
Oh, yeah. Fun to watch. Took it to another level.
Another bouncer to Izturis. And he'll retire Headley. For the second out of the inning, it'll move Everett Cabrera over to third base now with 2 outs for Yonder Alonso.
I think if you're going to beat Mike Leake, you're going to be in situations like this. 2 out RBIs. And that's going to be the big case for San Diego Padres tonight. Like we talked about, he's not going to give in. He's going to make you hit his pitch, but you have to elevate. I like a guy on third base. Doesn't like balls in the dirt.
As Yonder digs in. He's getting reacquainted with some of his old mates. Remember, Yonder came over in the Matt Latos deal. And the Padres sent Latos to the Reds for Edinson Volquez and Yasmani Grandal, Yonder Alonso, and Brad Boxberger.
Well, let's take a look at where Yonder Alonso likes to hit his balls, right into that left center gap. As you can see, that U.S. Bank, that's when he's squared up and he's doing his best. He can pull his hands in and hit that breaking ball to right. When he's hitting it to left center, he's locked in.
Sets up to be a whale of a series, and so glad you're able to be with us as we get you game 1 of this 3-game set between the Reds and the Padres. Tomorrow, 2 principals in that trade I just mentioned. It's going to be Latos against Edinson Volquez. And then in the third game, it'll be Eric Stultz against Homer Bailey. We go to that Firestone Complete Auto Care Extra Mile Index and check out the National League leaders. Most RBIs since the All-Star break. You see Carlos Quentin with 10 and Yonder Alonso with 9. And Alonso works a walk with 2 outs from Mike Leake.
Anytime you talk to the hitting coaches for the Padres about what's going to get Yonder Alonso locked in, staying in the strike zone. Good at bat by Yonder right there. There's Phil Plantier, the hitting coach. Constant communication with these hitters. He's passionate about what he does. Alonzo Powell right there, the assistant hitting coach. They are locked in and great chemistry from the dual hitting coach philosophy.
So with 2 outs, the Padres have runners at the corners for Will Venable. Venable's 12 home runs, second on the team behind Carlos Quentin. His late scratch today was Quentin. tweaked his knee. So he's available to Buddy off the bench. Everett Cabrera with a leadoff single. Then Alexi Amarista on the hit and run would move Cabrera to second base and over to third on a Chase Headley ground out. Then the walk to Alonso.
Mike Leake likes to cut that ball in on the left-hander's hands. Cutter is not an easy pitch. You drive your hands towards the ball because you think it's a four-seamer. Then you try to pull them in. That's the reason why you get a lot of those jam shots, especially from the left-handers. Let's see from our Southland technology in on that corner on that third pitch.
Mesoraco unable to hang on. And Venable lives to fight another day. Check out Cabrera there at third. Padres really like to get something going early. Give their right-hander Sean O'Sullivan a bit of a lead.
Well, they got something early yesterday, and that held true with a great effort by Tyson Ross. Scored in the first inning. That's all they needed.
Well, you missed that ball game yesterday. You really did miss a treat. Patrick Corbin, who came into the game at 12-1, going for the Diamondbacks against Tyson Ross. Ross the winner. You see Tyson picking up his second straight win as a Padre. 2-2.
That catches Brian Knight back there. Yeah, shake the cobwebs. That's not a good feeling. Just some of those balls that when you're sleeping at night. Take a look at this. He's going to see this when he's sleeping. It's not a good feeling.
See Knight there behind the plate. Mark Carlson over at first, Jerry Davis at second, and John Trumpaine is at third tonight. Davis is the crew chief there at second.
29 years in the game for Jerry Davis.
Get a chance to see much of him when you were playing?
Oh yeah, and I marvel at longevity in the game. Whether it's an umpire, whether it's a player, the game brings a lot to our lives, and it has. And Jerry Davis is one of the good ones.
So Venable and Leake reset. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. And Leake comes into the game with 30 walks in 128 2/3 innings.
This will be the 9th pitch to Will Venable. You got to grind out at bats tonight. That's the challenge.
That ball is lifted to shallow left field. Xavier Paul running in, and he'll make the catch. So the Padres are unable to score in the first. It'll be Mesoraco, Cozart, and Leake when we come back.
Sean O'Sullivan back out on the bump. And, of course, Nick Hundley has caught for O'Sullivan in all 3 of his starts. I had a chance to talk to him this afternoon and ask him what he thought the biggest improvement was between his first and second start. And he said absolutely his composure on the mound. In his opinion, he says getting ahead early in the count helps him settle down out there. And, guys, I think we're seeing that a little bit. But I know, Mark Sweeney, you talked about it a little earlier, that's one of the keys. That first outing for him was just huge. Family, friends, all of them in town.
Oh, yeah, and that's behind him right now. And now it's all about competing and mixing in his opportunities for Sean O'Sullivan.
It'll be Devin Mesoraco, Zach Cozart, and the pitcher Mike Leake scheduled for the Reds. Top of the second inning. Sean O'Sullivan has time up here in the major leagues with the Angels and the Royals. 10 wins in his big league career. Been a few years, though, since he recorded his last win at this level.
And that's a tough thing mentally, Mike. That's the challenge. You sometimes question yourself. Sean O'Sullivan understands that he can pitch in the big leagues. But now it's about winning and winning for his hometown team. There's a little bit of pressure there, but also coming from the minor leagues, you got to produce.
Hey, you talk about that all the time. Just a results-driven league. This is not where you develop if you can help it. I mean, some clubs kind of forced into that position, but he's needed to step up with the injuries to Clayton Richard and Jason Marquis. This ball is bounced to Everth Cabrera. 1 down. Time for another Fox Sports 1 game break. Well, thanks. Boy, the Rangers really needed that win. They're in second place there in the West behind Oakland. 6 games back going into action tonight.
Well, they've been scuffling after the All-Star break. That's a much-needed win. This is a team that's built to win and win now, and they're talking about some stuff around the trading deadline, but that's a much-needed win, and also a walk-off goes a long way.
Cozart shoots this one to Alonso for the second out as Alonso takes that one himself. Hey, you talk about the way this deadline date sets up, and the Rangers active, picking up Matt Garza, who threw tonight, went 7 innings, 3 earned runs, so another appearance for Garza that goes according to the Rangers' plan. But yeah, they're looking for offense if they can find it.
Yeah, they look for offense, especially from the right side. But man, if you're an offensive player, I don't mind going to Texas. That place is a launching pad.
Hot enough for you?
It's okay. It can be hot. If you know you have an opportunity to go to the World Series, I'm all for it.
They've always said that about Texas, though. They typically fade late because of that heat. I mean, they've proven otherwise here recently, but that's been the knock on them, as you see Mike Leake. Speaking of offense, this guy can flat rake.
Well, he looks comfortable in the box. That's why he can rake, and he's very athletic. We talked about that on the mound. But he helps himself. I mean, they have some guys in this pitching staff that can help themselves offensively. Goes a long way in the National League.
Leake's a .274 career hitter. He's led National League pitchers in batting average twice, 2010 and last year. So for O'Sullivan, it's kind of familiar territory, because for him now it's like pitching in the American League where he'd come from. You know, he's got a good hitting pitcher. It's like having a DH in the lineup.
Yeah, and he likes to hit too, and why wouldn't he? The first time up, breaks a double off the wall, his first start for the Padres. But helping yourself out is a much needed thing in the National League.
Oh, nice diving stop. Cabrera on his knee. Not in time, says first base umpire Mark Carlson. Man, was that close. What a play. Everth Cabrera thought he had no shot, that ball might skip through.
Well, this ball was hit a little bit harder than I think Everth Cabrera thought. And what an athletic play to get the accuracy and something on that throw. That is an out. Sometimes as umpires, when that's a close play and it's a phenomenal play by the middle infielder, they'll call him out no matter what. Interesting call right there, but an athletic play by Everth Cabrera.
So it'll go as a base hit for the pitcher. And Leake is aboard with 2 outs. We'll bring up the leadoff man, Derek Robinson.
Everth Cabrera continues to impress at the shortstop position. The all-star for the Padres.
Oh, fouled back our way.
You can't say enough of this young man. Coming into spring training, you wanted to get a little more consistency from him. Well, he's turned his whole game around at the plate and especially defensively.
Robinson in as Shin-Soo Choo gets the night off. And O'Sullivan quickly ahead 0-2.
Well, with bench players getting those spot starts, it's all about that off speed. Sometimes you're ready to hit that fastball and you just don't recognize the changeups out of the hands because you haven't seen a lot of at-bats.
Here's the 0-2. And that ball is softly served into right field. Leak around second. He'll scoot into third with the slide, and the Reds have runners at the corners with 2 down.
I'll take a look at this changeup. Out in front, breaks the bat. But nice job by Robinson keeping his hands through the baseball, enabling that signal to set soft. Good piece of hitting.
So with the speedy Robinson aboard at first, Buddy Black and bench coach Rick Renteria going to size things up. This is pitch number 43. Should O'Sullivan make it here? So the pitch count already a little bit elevated for Sean.
You take a look at that gap in right center. Got to play to where you're going to pitch. That's the reason why you have Alexi over there.
And it's Amarista running a long way for it. Camps under it rather easily. Reds are gone in the second. Morkatse will lead off for the Padres when we come back.
Leading off the inning for the Padres, and with the trade line quickly approaching, we figured what better question for our AT&T Twitter poll question than what trades have been the biggest impact. Use the hashtag trades followed by the hashtag of one of those selections you see on the screen: Soriano, Veras, Garza, or Jesse Crain. Certainly the Cubs spicing things up, guys, for the back end of the season. What do you think about these so far?
I think nobody really feels comfortable admitting that they're a seller at this point in the season. I think it takes a little bit of truth serum on some of these clubs' cases, right? Because you don't want to, give any indication that you're not in a position to be competitive for your fan base and for your own players.
Yeah, it's a very difficult position when you're in the front office and you're making those decisions. I've been in that war room, and understanding when you're sellers, it's uncomfortable because you don't want to mark to the fans, hey, you're giving up. But it's a tough situation, but you can see some of those pieces. They're going to make differences in those races, and that's what you want.
Garza through tonight, as we had mentioned. Jesse Crain traded even though he's injured. Kotsay leading things off for the Padres, and he rifle shots a single to Jay Bruce in right field. Mark Kotsay had 3 hits in his last start last Tuesday against Milwaukee, and he leads off with a single here.
Well, aggressive up in the strike zone, and you don't have to tell Mark Kotsay to look for that fastball, and what a beautiful swing. He's getting locked in. He went through a tough time, especially off the bench, and Mark Kotsay understands the need for these at-bats.
Here's Logan Forsythe. He'll be followed by Nick Hundley. 6, 7, 8, 9.
You can see Walt Jocketty, the Reds GM, in the center. A.J. Hinch to the left. Josh Burns right behind the curtain. Talking some ball. Maybe, possibly trades.
The man behind the curtain.
I had Walt Jocketty, the GM in St. Louis, and what a wonderful man. But he understands this team might need a couple pieces. This team is built to go to the World Series. Anytime you have a Joey Votto starting pitching, they've gone through some injuries as well.
That ball is hammered to right field. Bruce will go back to the track, looks up, and he'll make the play. 1 down. Back to your point, as these executives ponder their club's futures, what's it like for players there in the dugout in the clubhouse with all this stress going on?
Well, it's tough, Mike. I mean, you want to play, and you have a lot of pride for the uniform that you put on. So very difficult mentally. We saw a big reason last year with Chase Headley struggling in the first half. All kinds of trade rumors swirling around his head. Well, he doesn't go in the trade deadline, and he starts going off, has a productive second half. That tells you how mental this game can be, along with the physical attributes that you bring every single day. But it's all about pride for the uniform that you're in. You don't expect to be leaving.
Chase, the first one to tell us in spring training, said, "What did that weigh on me?" And some players, I would imagine, are like that. Other guys, maybe affected less so, but Chase, by his own admission, said, "It was just such a relief."
Hey, Mike, everyone's not mentally strong in this game, and I mean that in a conservative way. It's very difficult to deal with failures on and off the field, but there's so many different factors that go in your head. And for Chase Headley last year, he understands this organization gave him a chance to be in the big leagues. He does not want to leave. And he realized he wasn't going anywhere, and he took off.
Here's Nick Hundley with 1 out. Nick at 246, 8 home runs, 25 RBIs. The 0-2. Nick doesn't nibble.
Well, it's all about scouting reports, and Mike Leake saw those at bats in Milwaukee that Nick Hundley had. Balls pitched in, and he took him out of the building. So they're going to try to work him conservatively, as you can see from our Fox tracks by Southland Technology, down and away.
Well, Nick, over his last 19 games, hitting .295 against Cincinnati in 14 ball games. Lofty, .357 average, couple of home runs. Kotsay is like, yeah, I'm a threat to go.
Yeah, he's going to tell everyone on that bench. I used to run. I love the way he plays. Yeah. Probably looking at Dusty Baker over there saying,
really?
Are you guys kidding? I'm not going anywhere.
He'd grow roots over there if he could. Right side wide open. As Votto does hold him close.
There's Dave going over, giving him some tips. Hey, listen, if this guy is a 5-3 to the plate, I want you to go.
If Leak will throw it in the 5th row, see if you can get a bag on it.
All in good fun with Mark Gotze.
Oh, he used to be able to fly.
Well, that's a mistake pitch right there. Nick Hundley has to capitalize on that. See the Padres continue. This is going to be the 34th pitch for Mike Leake. And they're grinding out at bats. That's what Bud Black loves to see.
Well, at this rate, looks like we're going to see both bullpens in action. Sullivan's pitch count up for the Padres as well. There goes Kotze. This ball is bounced back to Leake. He's a good athlete, should have a play. And he does retire Hundley at first. So with 2 down, it'll put Mark Kotze on second base.
Let's take a look at our Farmers Insurance game plan. And that's exactly what the Padres have to do. Stay aggressive up in the strike zone and 2-out RBIs. That'll break Cincinnati's back. Yesterday, they only had 1 run in the game. That was a 2-out RBI, and that stood. That's what the Padres have to do tonight. They'd like to have other RBIs too, but 2-out RBIs are killers. They're backbreakers.
Here's the pitch of Sean O'Sullivan. As you had mentioned, Mark, he can hit. So he's swinging pretty well against San Francisco in his first start.
Yeah, he's comfortable in the strike zone. He's got some bad intentions in the batter's box.
Well, he does have that chance for that 2-out RBI with Kotze out there at second. Sean 1 for 4 this season. You saw his career numbers, 2 for 8. And he goes down on strikes as Leake would have none of any kind of threat by an opposing pitcher, and we remain scoreless. '24-hour sports network. Fox Sports 1 going to be your home for great live sports, all the news and the highlights you could possibly want, and shows and specials that only Fox can bring you. That's Fox Sports 1, and it's coming August 17th.
I can't wait.
You know, they got all the bells and whistles up at the network.
They're ready.
They've got the stuff. They've got some people we think you're going to love. Many of you already grown to know. August 17th. Fox Sports 1. Top of the third inning. Reds and Padres. Game 1 of 3. Mark Sweeney and Mike Pomeranz with you as Nick Enberg and Mark Grant enjoy a night off. It'll be Votto, Bruce, and Frazier. Votto doubled in the first. And the Reds have elected to rest Shin-Soo Choo and Brandon Phillips tonight.
You know, Mike, when we always talk about the talent that Joey Votto has and other hitters that been around, Tony Gwynn, you know, the Barry Bonds, Albert Pujols, all these guys, they stay in the strike zone. Even that pitch, it's a pitcher's pitch. Nice pitch by Sean O'Sullivan. But their vision, staying in the strike zone, their consistency, I marvel at. As you can see by our Southland Technology Fox tracks, that ball's away.
There's Venable, first back on it, then in. They'll retire Votto. One down. Now let's see if Sean O'Sullivan can put together a nice quiet inning. Pitch count up at 47.
Well, he's done some nice things tonight. He's had some traffic out there, and he's gotten away with it. Yes, the pitch count is up. This will be his 48th pitch. Looks like he's back on track with that command. Threw a nice changeup to Joey Votto to get him to fly out to Will Venable.
Bruce had walked in the first. He's been their power threat.
See if he throws that changeup right here. Breaking ball.
Bruce, a former first-round pick, 2005 by the Reds. Ripped foul. Your National League leaderboard there when it comes to extra base hits. Jay Bruce just behind Cargo in Colorado. So Bruce with 53. Carlos Gomez may be the one surprising that number.
I think Anthony Rizzo is a surprise as well.
Yep.
Coming from the Padres. He's made some nice adjustments, but the average isn't there for Rizzo. If you look at Jay Bruce and how he's evolved, it's all about that left-on-left matchup. That's where he struggled coming into the league. Coming into this at bat, 274. He's made some good adjustments left-on-left. He's always feeling comfortable with the right-handers on the mound.
Bruce had finished 10th in last year's MVP balloting. See the splits on Jay. 109 career home runs against right-handers, and he'll hammer this one to right field. Venable back to the track, to the wall, puts a hand up and leaps and makes the catch. Will Venable sized it up, felt for the wall, and went up and got that one.
Let's take a look at Will Venable as he tracks this down, and Jay Bruce just gets underneath it. In Cincinnati, this is gone. This is what I love. This wall is built for robbing home runs. Sean O'Sullivan loves the effort by Will Venable. See the adjustment with the Jack Daniels deck out there.
And the roller to Cabrera by Frazier. That will do it. In the third for the Reds, Will Venable keeps us scoreless as we head to the bottom of the third. Your San Diego County Lexus dealer who invites you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. By Petco, where the healthy pets go. By Farmers Insurance. Contact your local agent at 888-96-FARMERS. And by GMC, we are professional grade. Scoreless here in the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Everth Cabrera, Alexi Amarista, and Chase Headley facing San Diego's Mike Leake, San Diego native. A couple of them going at it tonight. Mark Sweeney and Mike Pomeranz with you.
Well, down next to the dugout is Andy Ashby. And Andy, we constantly hear about Mike Leake not giving in to hitters. Explain that.
You know what? It's not giving in. Is trusting your stuff. You know what? If you're not spotting your fastball, don't just lay one in there. Stay ahead and stay with your strengths. The main thing is spot your fastball. But if it's a fastball count, this guy here, he throws all his pitches for strikes. You might get a slider or a changeup in that situation where you think you're going to get a fastball.
So Everth, who singled to lead off the first. Had himself a 2-game hitless streak in Arizona coming into action tonight. Well, the team needs him to stay hot. He's been a catalyst all season long. And Leake battles back. Full count.
Well, nothing wrong with Everth Cabrera taking that pitch right there. You got to battle at bats. Try to work pitches. That's his job as a leadoff hitter.
Everth, a 250 hitter coming in from the left side as he waves for time.
Constantly talk about adjustments Everth Cabrera's made. It leadoff hitter choking up on the bat with 2 strikes, controlling the barrel of the bat.
And he hammers this one back up the box for a sharp base hit, his second of the night.
Well, to get to the next level, Everth Cabrera has to do the little things in this game. As a leadoff hitter, taking the 3-1 pitch, getting the 3-2, and using your hands. That is a beautiful approach by Everth, the catalyst.
Now the first inning, same scenario. Alexi Amarista was asked to hit and run. Started Cabrera. Cabrera was able to get to second base, and they retired Amarista. So Buddy has a couple of options here.
Well, he can hit and run like they did last time. Everth Cabrera can steal a base. We've already seen that. Set him in motion. This is what it does right there. You have to pitch out. You have to try to control the running game. You know it, Andy Ashby. This is a difficult situation when you get a burner on at first base.
Yeah, you definitely want to, vary your times. There you saw a pitch out there. The main thing is, vary your time. Don't give this guy an opportunity to time you. Don't come set and just go home. Speed, it changes the whole game. And right here, you got speed on first and a guy that can handle the bat. Good situation here for the Padres.
And this time Cabrera sits tight.
Well, such a great job by Everth Cabrera. That aggressive lead, getting that extra stride, that puts it in their heads right there. The Cincinnati Reds. Chris Spire, the bench coach, gives the signs to Meserosco, the catcher. Throw over, pitch out. This isn't a pitch out situation.
Remember as a kid growing up seeing Roger Craig when he was a manager, he wouldn't mind pitching out 2-0. He would that confident some of his pitchers that they could battle back. But
well, you can do that with Mike Leake. He's a control pitcher. It's the situations you don't want to put him in this position, especially the 0-0 game.
Amarista to left field. Xavier Paul, one down. Time for another Fox Sports 1 game break. Well, thanks very much. That's an exciting ball game, and I know Padres fans are not unhappy to see that result as the Braves win. Colorado comes into action tonight, 6 games back in the West, 3rd place.
With Tim Hudson going down the other day, a devastating injury. Look for the Braves to look for some starting pitching out there if they can do that as we get to the trading deadline.
Boy, Atlanta 8.5 game lead over Washington in the East.
That surprises a lot of people. Washington was picked by a lot of people in that division.
Here's Chase Headley, who is 0 for 1 as we check out the National League East. Atlanta now up by 9.
You can take a look at that division. Washington and Philadelphia, because of pitching, was supposed to top that division. Good year by Atlanta so far.
Well, Leake has been working behind much of the night. And Chase Headley would love to make him pay and keep this, let's call it a warm second half that he's got going here.
I'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I mean to imply, that it's a step in the right direction for Chase.
It is. You can't get all of those numbers back with one at bat. It's a process. Chase Headley understands that mentally because he's gone through it last year.
Well, hitters count. 2 balls, 1 strike.
So when you pitch backwards, not a bad time on this pitch for Everett Cabrera to take off.
This ball is flipped just behind short. It'll be Cozart for the 2nd out of the inning. Chase had the count to his advantage, unable to really barrel it up there.
Well, take a look at Mike Leake, how he combats Everett Cabrera over there. That modified slide step. That's athletic. Doing different things to control the running game. Right, Andy Ashby?
Yeah, that's the main thing right there. I mean, you see him, he's always under control. Well, no matter if he's, slide stepping or taking it up, he's always under control. Bearing his times, he's doing a good job holding him on over there.
Alonso hammers this one in the left center gap, and it'll fall. Cabrera wheels around easily in the 3rd, so Yonder Alonso has his first hit tonight. And with 2 outs, the Padres have a little something going.
Let's take a look at this in the swing box right here. From the center and also from the side, and this ball is driving on the outside edge, and you have to hit the ball where it's pitched, especially Yonder Alonso. I like the squared up approach and the adjustment he's made that we talked about earlier in the ball game. Yonder Alonso knows how to hit. Talking before the game, he's not satisfied where he is. He understands he's a 300 hitter. He'd like to be around that.
Will Venable, 309 hitter in his career against the Reds. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Now, how many times have we seen it where a guy makes a great defensive play and then comes up with an opportunity to do something in the next half
like where
inning?
you're going with this.
You see me where?
Yes.
So he made the great play, if you're just joining us, half inning ago to Rob J. Bruce. Pulled the ball back over the top of the wall and right.
Well, you can take a look at Joey Votto. He understands Yonder Alonso's not going to steal first. They played together in Cincinnati. So you can see he's going to take a little walk with Yonder Alonso off the base to try to cover a little more ground over there at first.
Now, not that you'll see it here, but one of the new rules in Major League Baseball this season is the old fake the third throw to first move that had been done for years.
Can't do that anymore.
No. And Will Venable is aboard with a walk. That's just the 2nd one issued by Leake.
Now that's going to be a visit by Brian Price, the pitching coach for Cincinnati Reds.
Andy Ashby, what do you figure you tell a guy in this spot right here?
I think it's just telling him, slow it down, get back in the strike zone. I think there it almost looked like you pitched around Venable, a little bit, but main thing is just get back in your rhythm. He was staying aggressive with his fastball. Looks like he's trying to pick a little bit with his off speed. Main thing is just get back in the zone with your fastball and then work off of that.
Marcotte gets his opportunity, singled sharply in the second, and this is a guy kind of after your own nature.
I love this. Yeah, and you know what? Marcotte found out right before batting practice. You take a look at right center. He loves wearing out that gap. Short stroke. And look for him to wear that out. As you can see, the center fielder on the right side of second base trying to cover that gap. Check out our percentages. He knows how to go the other way as well.
So Lee quickly ahead, no balls, 1 strike. Another opportunity here for the Padres. They've had runners on in each of the 3 innings tonight. Cabrera now at third. Alonso, as you see there, at second base. And Will Venable, who just walked, at first. Padres had 2 runners on in the first, couldn't do anything. 1 on in the second, and now bases loaded here in the third. This ball wrapped sharply, but right at Joey Votto, the flip to Leake. And the Padres leave the bases loaded as we head to the top of the 4th. Kroll, Mike Pomeranz with you as Dick Enberg and Mark Grant enjoy the evening off. It's time for the Sequan Casino Daycation stat of the game, and the Cincinnati Reds, who had lost 3 out of 4 games to the Dodgers before coming here to San Diego. In yesterday's game, the Reds struck out 20 Dodgers in 11 innings. That's a club record, and they lost 1-0 on a walk-off home run by Yasiel Puig.
Yeah, it's magnified. 20 strikeouts in the loss. West Coast trip. They went from San Francisco to LA down here to San Diego. It makes it for a long trip. 3-1 against the Giants. Lost 2 out of 3 up in LA. Hopefully the Padres can get them here.
Well, it sure would be nice as the Padres coming off that successful road trip where they won 6 of 10. Sean O'Sullivan, the starter against Mike Leake. We are scoreless so far tonight. It'll be Xavier Paul, Devin Miseraco, and Zach Cozart for the Reds. Buddy Black, Darren Balsley, trying to get everything in sync, and the team has played much better baseball after the All-Star break.
Excuse me, lost 3 up in LA, 1-1, and the reverse record up in San Francisco.
And Xavier Paul draws the 3rd walk of the night, issued by Sean O'Sullivan. The Reds score in bunches, and since the All-Star break, they're 2nd in the National League with 50, and the Padres right behind them with 49.
They've done a nice job since the All-Star break, and yes, we all know their struggles before the All-Star break, but the Padres offensively making some adjustments moving forward. And Andy Ashby down near the dugout for Sean O'Sullivan, being a little more economical after a lot of pitches in that first inning.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting set in. I know that first hitter there kind of missed a little bit with the fastball, but the main thing is to keep grinding. 1 pitch here, you get 2 outs, hopefully another quick inning.
There goes the runner. This ball right at Logan Forsythe will take it himself in a double play. Boy, you couldn't have played that any better.
You know what? And that's what Andy Ashby's all about. He understands that double play, and he asks for it, and he gets it. Right off the mound to Logan Forsythe. He's covering because the runner is in motion. This is ideal for Sean O'Sullivan. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Nice call, Andy Ashby.
Thank you very much.
Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. So both teams, guys, trying to get a little something going early with as much strategy as they can employ. Whether it's the hit and run or just trying to get a guy moving. For the Reds, remember you had mentioned that they had lost 3 out of 4 of the Dodgers, all the well-pitched ball games by both clubs, and the Reds came up on the short end of the stick.
Well, that takes the wind out of your sails. Hopefully the Padres catch them there, where it's very difficult to come out in the West. Different time zones, you're playing different games, times of games. That comes into effect, especially late in the season.
And O'Sullivan walks the 8th place hitter, 2nd walk of the inning, 4th of the game now. It doesn't necessarily get any easier here with Mike Leake, who, as we mentioned, a career .274 hitter. He has a single in the 2nd.
Well, Andy Ashby, 32 strikes, 33 balls for Sean O'Sullivan. That is grinding it out, isn't it?
Yeah, you definitely want to start throwing a little more strikes, getting ahead in the count. He gets ahead and then falls back behind, but main thing is work ahead and stay ahead and just try and finish them off. Definitely needs to start working down the strike zone. Looks like his ball's getting up a little bit, but he can't give in here. Leake's a good hitter.
Is that getting underneath the baseball?
A little bit. I think he's jumping a little bit, getting under it, but the main thing is just try and look a little lower and get extended out front where you get the ball down the strike zone.
Ball is flipped to right field, and Will Venable will put it away. So the Reds go down in the top of the 4th, and the Padres, Logan Forsythe, will lead off when we come back.
And baseball fans, this week Fox Saturday Baseball returns as Adrian Gonzalez and the Red Hot Dodgers head to Chicago to take on Starlin Castro and the Cubs. Fox Saturday Baseball begins this week at 12:30 p.m. Pacific.
It's a perfect time of year, baseball fans. Western Metal Supply Company crowd dialed into their Padres. The first of 3 games here against the Cincinnati Reds. And a day off. And the big series against the Yankees. And then day off to regroup. Then the Orioles. So you got 8 ball games. A chance to come out to Petco, bring your family and friends. Fill this place with Padres fans.
Well, what a great homestand. And open the gates early, as you talked about. I mean, it's before the Yankees series. Expecting a full house here at Petco Park. That's going to be awesome to see.
It'll be Logan Forsythe, Nick Hundley, and Sean O'Sullivan on the slate.
Well, let's take a look at Logan Forsythe. Last time hitting a nice ball to right field. Yes, it was an out, but he looks for that right center gap, especially through his struggles now. And he can pull the ball, but that's where he wants to go when he's locked in.
And just a quick note, you mentioned that the gates will open early for that Yankees series. And our good friend Shanna Wilson, Padres PR, lets us know that normally the gates are open an hour and a half before first pitch. For the Yankees series and the Yankees series only, they'll be open 2 hours prior to game time. And the Park at the Park will be open 2.5 hours before game time. That's as they usually do for the Park at the Park.
A lot of excitement in this homestand. You can see Logan Forsythe mentally, pitch by pitch, it's been a struggle for him. And this game is very difficult when you're trying to battle mechanics in the batter's box. This young man has a lot of ability. And he's going through some frustrating times right now, and dealing with that is very difficult. That's the evolution of a baseball player.
Well, Leake gets him there on the strikeout, the second strikeout for Mike Leake tonight. Get one more look at it, Mark.
Well, you can see this breaking ball, tight break, just off the plate, looks like a fastball. Perfect pitcher's pitch.
That'll bring up Nick Hundley. Grounded out to Leake in the second. Nick, a .357 hitter in 14 games against the Reds. And we had mentioned before, he's got 8 home runs on the season, and 7 of them against right-handers. So I'm saying there's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance. I like that. The optimist. You can see Mike Leake going in off the plate right there. Looks like they're probably going to go away again, probably soft.
So for Leake, he's won 3 straight starts, 8-2 over his last 13. With an ERA under 2 in that stretch. Only 1 start against the Padres last July, and got shelled for 5 runs in an inning and 2/3. And for the second time tonight, Leake will take care of Hundley himself. Hey fans, big night for you tomorrow when we check you out. It'll be Manager's Night, 6:30, second game of the series between the Reds and the Padres. An in-depth look at life as a major league manager. Some of the great characters of the game, Bobby Cox and Bruce Bochy and Dusty Baker, Earl Weaver, Buddy Black. That's going to be a ton of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. The passion that that man has for the game of baseball. It's going to be a lot of fun. Been around a lot of managers in my travels.
Hey, buddy, I know where you're going with that, but as you'll say quickly, a lot of opportunity.
Oh, I love being around both of those guys. Never played for Dusty Baker, never played for Bud Black, but I would have given anything because of their passion for the game of baseball.
Tell you what, you'd never know it. When you and I went in the clubhouse today, talking to both managers, Dusty Baker has a ton of respect for you. And what
he's
you've been
locked
able to do
in.
your career. Count even now to Sean O'Sullivan. Sean struck out in the second. Something's got to give. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And what gives is Sean O'Sullivan as Mike Leake punches him out for the second time. It's Leake's 3rd strikeout. We're still scoreless. Good pitchers duel here on a Monday night at Petco Park. The first of 3 games between the Cincinnati Reds and the San Diego Padres. Mark Sweeney and Mike Pomeranz with you as Dick Enberg and Mark Grant enjoy an evening off. A little time to spend with their families and friends, and we thank you for spending some time with us. Dusty Baker and his Reds. Little trouble getting their offense going, and the Padres certainly like to keep it that way. The Reds scoreless in their last 22 innings.
Well, that was the first thing he talked to us about in our meeting in his office. He said runners in scoring position, even early in the ball game, just sets the tone for his ball club.
Interesting, too, because 2 of the guys who get on base for them the most are out of the lineup tonight in Shin-Soo Choo and Brandon Phillips. It'll be Derek Robinson, Cesar Izturis, Joey Votto, top of the lineup for the Reds to face O'Sullivan here in the top half of the 5th. Robinson getting the start over Choo. And that ball hit very well to right field. Will Venable only put his head down and run. It'll one-hop the wall. Venable returned it to the cutoff man, and the speedy Derek Robinson just cruises in with a very easy, effortless triple.
Well, this had a loud sound to it. That ball elevated, and it goes flat when it's elevated. Nice swing by Derek Robinson. One of his main traits is running the pillows, and you can see he just puts his head down. As Matt Latos tells him to go, he knows. Puts his head down. Slides right into third base with a triple.
So with nobody out, there's Cesar Izturis. And fouls that pitch away, and Check out Robinson. Robinson, quite an athlete out of Gainesville, Florida. He was a cornerback and was recruited by Urban Meyer, offered a scholarship too.
Let's take a look at Nick Hundley here. Right after a triple, it looks like he's coming out of his crouch and possibly throwing down to Chase Headley. Not a bad play after a leadoff triple. Oof, good pitch.
So is Turris, who comes in at 202, 0 for 2 so far tonight.
Oh, good breaking ball. Right off of that fastball inside. Look at this break. Almost giving up on it by Turris.
Here's Alonso, and he takes a shot at the plate, not in time, and also safe at first base is Mark Carlson. It looked like Yonder got hung up there, thought he had a play, then felt for the bag and couldn't find it, Mark.
Well, it looked like he had to take an out there, and Yonder Alonso got in between. He's shaking his head right now. You have to know your runner at third base, and Derek Robinson is known for his speed. Sometimes in situations you have to know that you have to take an out. Yonder Alonso understands that after the play.
That was that tweener ground ball, and Buddy had the infield back. Middle of the infield at the time, drew it back, so that'll bring up Joey Votto with his Turris on first. That ball is lifted to right. Venable over and running hard. And Votto is retired. Well, he had to come a long way for that ball, Venable.
And it's all about the first step by Will Venable. He was protecting that gap. Luckily, Joey Votto hit that ball a mile in the air. Yeah. Will Venable's tired. Whew.
It'll bring up Jay Bruce. Bruce 0 for 1 tonight. The throw over just to rest Venable.
Andy Ashby down near our dugout. And you saw that play firsthand down near Yonder Alonso. What'd you see?
Yeah, it looked like he got a little, he thought he was closer to the base than what he was, and then by the time he figured he had to go home, you know, with that speedy runner at third, he was already across the plate. But I think he actually thought he was closer to first base than what he was and didn't actually get his foot on it.
Some of those plays as a first baseman, a young first baseman, you got to remember this is his second full season at first base. He's done a lot of great things over at first.
Nick Hundley blocks it up, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
A nice job by Nick Hundley, being athletic back there.
Maybe Andy Ashby will call for another double play ball.
Love to see it.
Ball lifted to left. Mark Kotze went a long way and hard for it. It's going to fall and bounce up into the stands for a ground rule double. Well, Mark gave it all he had and just could not quite run it down.
Well, 2 factors come into play. Jay Bruce is a pull hitter, and you can see how far Mark Kotze has to go trying to gauge that wall. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. When it hits the dirt, it pops into the stands, and Mark Kotze puts his head down.
Jay Bruce's 31st double of the season, and with 2 on, it'll bring up Todd Frazier. Frazier 0 for 1. He also walked in the first. Sounds like a broken bat. It'll be Cabrera behind third. 2 down. So Sullivan able to make a pitch there to retire Frazier and try to stop the bleeding. The Reds have scored 1 on 2 hits.
Tim Stauffer getting loose in the Padres bullpen. Sean O'Sullivan made a great pitch right there. He got to get out of this inning with 2 outs.
Xavier Paul, 0 for 1.
Another changeup.
You said you worked with Paul a little bit in the Dodger organization?
Dodger organization, very talented young man, but could not adjust to the changeup breaking ball enough to be an everyday player. He's done a nice job for the Cincinnati Reds off the bench. Short, quick swing. You can see back-to-back changeups by Sean O'Sullivan as that pitch count mounts.
For O'Sullivan, he had thrown 26 pitches in the first inning alone, and has not approached that number, but they do add up. He'll try to retire the 28-year-old Paul, and Nick Hundley will chat with him about it. So for O'Sullivan, seeking his first win as a Padre, he's gotten himself here into the 5th. Went 5 in his first start against San Francisco, went 6 1/3 in his second start. That one just recently at Milwaukee. Like to keep his team in the ball game here by retiring Paul.
So many options that Sean O'Sullivan has here. He has a base open. He doesn't have to pitch carefully to Xavier Paul because he'll expand the strike zone. That fastball might have been for show here. Let's see if it goes to changeup. And he does.
If Paul doesn't bite, Paul with some time, as we mentioned, with the Dodgers, also with Pittsburgh. As you see this defensive set for Buddy Black and the Padres. And he loses Paul. He walks a 5th man now tonight, does Sean O'Sullivan, and that'll bring up Devin Mesoraca, and it'll also mean a meeting at the mound.
Well, Andy Ashby, a struggle for Sean O'Sullivan with command. Not necessarily all over the place, but the walks will kill you.
Yeah, it looks like he's scuffling with his off-speed stuff. I know earlier it looked like his heater was in and out. He threw some pretty good pitches on the plate. Didn't get the call, but once you're scuffling, trying to get established with that fastball where you can command your off-speed, and you're not doing that, and now you're in a situation where you have to make a pitch here. You know what? He's only given up 1 run here. Make a pitch, get out of this inning, get your offense back up there.
That's the second time this game that O'Sullivan's had to deal with the bases loaded. Had him full in the first and got out of it. So far, 1 run has crossed the plate for the Reds here in the 5th.
It's one of those games, Mike, that you look and you watch the game and you think it's probably 8-2. When you look up, only 1-0. Tells you have to grind out and go pitch to pitch. Good breaking ball right there, right off the fastball. We saw Darren Balsley go out and it struck Sean O'Sullivan. That fastball away, the slider off the plate. He's got to make a pitch here.
Count certainly in his favor. 0-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. And again, Nick Hundley does a nice job of keeping the ball in front of him. It's got to help your confidence, I'd imagine, Andy. Quick thought on that when you've got a catcher who can help you.
Yeah, you're definitely right there with 2 strikes, bases loaded, man on third. You know you can throw that curveball in the dirt. It's huge knowing your catcher's going to get in front of him, keep it in front of him, and block it.
Here's the 1-2. And it's grounded sharply to Cabrera, go to short way to Forsythe. And Sean O'Sullivan is able to get himself out of a jam, but not before surrendering the first run of the game. Real friendly, real close. By Modelo Especial. Discover the Especial. And by the Aramco Group. Purchase, refinance, reverse. Bottom of the fifth inning from Petco Park. Mark Sweeney, Kelly Kroll, Mike Pomeranz with you. Andy Ashby as well, and Lauren McKeeman. And we've got ourselves a whale of a ball game here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
That was special how you said Especial.
You like that?
Yeah, I liked it.
I'm working on that. Mark Grant, Dick Enberg kind of coached both of us through this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and say something incorrectly, and they'll be sure to smack you on the hand with a ruler.
Around this group, they'll remind you.
Oh, you think? They're wearing us out. Here's Everett Cabrera. He'll be followed by Alexi Amarista and then Chase Headley. Cabrera, nice night so far, 2 for 2. Led off the game with a single and led off the third with his second hit.
Well, for Mike Leake, that breaking ball is coming into play now. He's got good break on it, good tilt. He's trying to incorporate another thought into the Padres' minds.
Oh, that ball picked up nicely by Kozar. Thought it might eat him up, and he's safe as the throw pulls Votto off the bag. Boy, he made a heck of a defensive play and then could not put the throw on the money, and a speedy Everett Cabrera would beat it out. And the error will be charged to Kozar.
Well, two things on this play. Everett Cabrera hits a smash to Kozar. I think that's the problem, and he hustles down the line. And you can see you have to hustle. That's something that you definitely can control.
Ooh, looks like he got him there in the shoulder.
Well, Joey Votto knows he got him. But Everett Cabrera hustling down the line.
Padres will take it. Leadoff man aboard again. Here's Alexi Amarista. A couple of plays over there at first base. And Mark Carlson, the umpire, there's fits. Buddy Black with a chance for some strategy again. 1 ball, no strike count. Nobody out. Leadoff runner on. Big hole right side. Everett Cabrera, thief extraordinaire when it comes to bases. As you check out the Padre leaderboard, Everett's leading the National League now with 36. Second in baseball behind Jacoby Ellsbury.
Well, Mike Leake understands the importance of controlling the running game, especially with Everett Cabrera over there. Let's see, paying a lot of attention. Advantage, Alexi Amarista.
Here goes Cabrera. The throw down is in time. Jerry Davis, the crew chief, right on that call. And Devin Mesoraca is able to cut down Cabrera.
Let's take a look at this pitch right down the middle as Everett Cabrera gets that jump. You're in a 2-0 position for Alexi Amarista. I understand you have to let that runner have an opportunity to steal the base, but take a look at where this pitch is, right down the middle.
Amarista bounces this one to his Turris. And again, Mark Carlson with a close call to make and decides Amarista is out.
Well, let's take a look at Alexi Amarista getting out of the box. Don't look at the fielder. Put your head down. Cesar Turris understands how to handle those tough plays when you're out of step. I think he got him.
With 2 outs, here's Chase Headley. Chase 0 for 2 tonight.
Those youngsters out there, when you put the ball on the ground in the infield, put your head down and run. It doesn't help you looking at the fielder.
I've heard you say before you believe it slows you down.
Well, it slowed me down a lot. I couldn't do that. But you got to put your head down and get after it. Go through that bag.
There's Sean O'Sullivan as he was able to limit the damage in the last inning to a run for the Reds. Needs to see his team score. Sounds obvious, right? But that was the issue that Buddy Black has addressed time and again, is getting this game synced up for his team, getting the good pitching on the same night that he gets some decent hitting and defense.
Well, you can sync it up, but for Bud Black, it's all about starting pitching.
And Chase Headley will go down on strikes. The 4th strikeout for Mike Leake, and the Reds lead 1-0. Lead this thing 1-0. Cesar Izturis bouncing to this fielder's choice, and Derek Robinson would score. Yonder Alonso elects to try to get him at the plate, unable to do so. But Sean O'Sullivan keeping the team right there in this one. After throwing 5, he has answered the bell here in the 6th. And a nice play by Will Venable earlier, and then another nice defensive play by the Padres. And Logan Forsythe would make it happen. Mike Leake, though, doing the job for the Reds. He's gone 5, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts. And 1-0 is where we stand here in the top of the 6th inning. As we welcome you back here, the game is the first of 3 between these two clubs. Then a day off, and then 3 games for the Padres against the Yankees. Another day off and a couple against Baltimore. Zach Cozart lift this one to Logan Forsythe at second base. 1 down.
Well, Mike, you take a look at Sean O'Sullivan and his work. Yes, he's had a lot of traffic tonight, a lot of pitches. But I always stress that the opportunities out there, you have to give your team an opportunity to win. He has done that tonight, as you could see Darren Balsley on the phone. This will be his 90th pitch.
He's facing the pitcher Mike Leake. Skies this ball to right. Venable on the run. Hard sliding play. Unable to make the catch. Tough play to make with that wall approaching.
Well, we talked about this on our instructionals last week, and it's very difficult going to that wall. It constantly slices away from you from the right fielder, but Will Venable does a nice job sliding into that pad. But you can't go full speed into that. That's protecting yourself and giving yourself an opportunity. It's the awareness that you have down the line.
Now we've seen rob what looked to be a home run earlier. He's made some fantastic catches this season. A couple of beauties on the road trip most recently. Will Venable.
Well, he's getting his cardio in tonight.
Here's Chase Headley. 2 down. So Sullivan continues to work as Joe Thatcher gets loose in the bullpen. So Tim Stauffer been up. Nick Vincent had been up.
Looks like Joe Thatcher scraping his knuckles off of those peppers down there. Luke Yoder, the head's grounds crew. What a fabulous job he's done on this field. They've been on the road. It's like a putting green out there.
Hey, Robinson had a triple, and he's the one who scored on the fielder's choice by his Turris in the 5th. He also singled, so he is 2 for 3. Just joining us, Shin-Soo Choo. Night off. Dusty Baker says his ankle bothered him a little bit after last night's ball game, a 1-0 11-inning loss to the Dodgers. Also gave Brandon Phillips a bit of a rest, and after the All-Star break, he likes to do that.
Yeah, especially the guys in the All-Star game. Makes a lot of sense. You think about it mentally, and we touched on Everett Cabrera, some of the struggles he had on the road. But Dusty Baker believes in giving those veterans the time off. Brandon Phillips doesn't want the time off. It's your job as a manager to say you're sitting down for tonight.
There's Venable. 3 down. So the side retired in order by Sean O'Sullivan. The Padres down 1-0.
6th. And a couple health updates to pass along. Buddy Black says that Cameron Maben very close to returning to game action. He's swinging well. He says he's moving around in the outfield. The wrist much stronger. But keep in mind, he says Cameron not played a lot of games this season. Only 14, maybe 50 at bats. So he definitely has some catching up to do. You may see him in Tucson later this week. On the other end, though, Kyle Blanks, he says don't expect him back anytime soon. In fact, 2 weeks out, he says, at least for Kyle Blanks. So that tendonitis in the Achilles still very much bothering Kyle, guys.
Well, thank you, Kelly. And that's unfortunate for Kyle Blanks because he's had a real nice season. But you see that smile on the face of Cameron Maben. Only 14 games.
Cam had really been scuffling, too, with injuries. The wrist had bothered him. And he comes back and hurts that knee. Trying to make a play. I believe it was in Colorado, wasn't it?
Yes. Stayed in the ball game. Cameron Maben brings that dynamic to a ball club, that speed, athleticism.
Yonder Alonso, then Will Venable and Mark Kotze, unless Buddy Black is to make any changes here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Padres trailed. Mike Leake, starter for the Reds, has struck out 4, walked 2. And Sean O'Sullivan doing the job for the Padres as well, though O'Sullivan's line maybe not where he wants it to be with 5 walks.
Well, I think he did a nice job tonight. Yes, the walks are not the good thing.
Robinson, 1 down.
But to me, he competed tonight. Bud Black lending his knowledge. That's the beauty of having a manager that's competed himself in the big leagues. He's happy with his effort. Darren Balsley is too. Got to go out there and try to get him a win.
You know, Sean was frustrated. He said as much. And I just don't walk hitters, and he did tonight. Drove up the pitch count. That could cost him. Here's Leake. Lotto 2 down. There's no money to be made if you bounce the ball back to this pitcher. Mike Leake, according to Dusty Baker, most of you familiar with his game, one of the better defenders, perhaps in all of baseball as pitchers go.
Well, he's 1 out away from 3 consecutive 1-2-3 innings. That's getting into your groove, mixing pitches and staying off the barrel.
Padres have 4 hits. They had 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the third.
Well, you can even see the misses. He has command. He's changing speeds. That makes it very difficult for the hitters. That cutting action in on Mark Kotze's hands. Good take. 96 pitches.
Kotze 1 for 2. Sharp single in the second inning. And hits this ball firmly. Is Turris. 3 up, 3 down. Mike Leake seems to have it all working. Padres down 1-0.
thinking about the post-game show. It'll be right after the final out of this Padres game. And hey, Sean O'Sullivan getting himself into some trouble, but able to get out of it. And he's kept this team in the chance to win. What have you seen?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's definitely staying ahead. He's struggled with his off speed, but you know what? He's only given up 1 run with 5 walks. I'm sure he's not happy with the walks, but you know what? The team's down 1-0. They still got a shot at winning this ball game.
All right, well, when we see you on the post-game show, we'll hear more from Andy on his analysis. We'll also have our instructional on everything you need to know about the balk and how to avoid it. Mike and Mark, I know you're going to want to see that because balking is something that you guys definitely don't want to do.
No.
Don't balk.
No balk zone. Joe Thatcher, the new Padre pitcher, on in relief of Sean O'Sullivan. And here's Chase Headley to retire Cesar Izturis. 1 away.
Well, let's take a look at a breakdown here on Joey Votto and the consistency that he has brought to the plate. We're going to go to Tony Gwynn, the most consistent hitter I've ever had. Watch the head position, and that's what I want to focus on with both of these hitters because of the consistency that they have. Tony Gwynn could do anything with the baseball, hits all fields. This is the home run in the World Series, but Joey Votto does it with a leg kick, but the head position is very still, adds to the consistency of both of those hitters. Very dynamic.
So it'll be Votto followed by Jay Bruce. Good opportunity for some work for Joe Thatcher.
And let's get it straight. I'm not comparing Joey Votto to Tony Gwynn because there's a lot of years that Joey Votto has to do to even live up to some of the numbers of Tony Gwynn. In my estimation, the best hitter I've ever seen with a bat in his hands and could do everything with the bat. But Joey Votto, some special things as well. It's the consistency, hitting to all fields.
You know, in fairness, too, Votto has really seemingly impressed a lot of baseball people with his willingness to learn the game and his respect and appreciation for the history of the game. Tony Gwynn and many who preceded him.
And he's had some conversations with Tony about hitting. He keeps on asking questions to get better. The good ones do. But he has that it factor, and now it's all about consistently putting up numbers, Mike, and he's doing that.
Well, he's certainly no secret in this league. He's continuing to do the job, and this ball is going to test Kotsay. Nice sliding effort right there. Votto going to try for 2, and the Padres gun him down. So there's some video to review for Mr. Votto as he tries to run on a still talented Mark Kotsay. Well done.
Well, take a look at this swing. This is what we talked about. Head down on the baseball, left on left, and going to left field. And Mark Kotsay, known for this when he came into the league, of gunning people out with assist after assist. Great play by Mark Kotsay. With 1 out, Joey Votto needs to try to get to second base. Mark Kotsay denies it.
So here's Jay Bruce. Bruce with a double, a walk, and put a charge into one into right field. It nearly got out, but Will Venable brought it back.
That was a good pitch by Joe.
You know, Dusty Baker has a couple of switch hitters at the top of the lineup tonight. Then Joey Votto, the lefty. Jay Bruce here, the lefty. And Xavier Paul in the lineup, also a left-handed hitter. That play we were talking about a moment ago off the bat of Mr. Bruce.
Yeah, and I love this jack deck right there. Gives an opportunity. Will Venable doesn't leap too high, but it's that wall that you can go up. Used to be a big wall up there that you couldn't rob home runs. Now that dynamic of the shorter fences in right field.
Former basketball player is Venable. That's coming in handy.
Oh, yeah. Didn't use his ups. I know he has more in there.
Just use what you need. And Bruce softly serve a single to left.
Let's take a look at Jay Bruce. His approach left on left as Joe Thatcher brings this ball in. See how the movement with his head from the right side. You could see head right on the baseball. Left on left. Beautiful swing. He liked it.
Mark Kotze's night is done. Get some high fives for the effort. Kotz goes in with a single and a great play defensively as Buddy Black will make a pitching change. That'll be it for Joe Thatcher. Back with more in a moment.
Is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Fans dancing in the aisles looking for their Padres to get out of this seventh inning and get back in the dugout and try to pick up a run against these Reds. Nick Vincent, the new Padres pitcher, 19 games, earned run average of 3.15. Absolutely the tale of two different pitchers against right-handed hitters. Vincent.
Well, the double switch with Jesus Guzman taking over for Mark Kotze.
Righty's only hitting 154 off Vincent. Lefty's 361. And for Dusty Baker, Frazier, as you see there, right-handed hitter, but Xavier Paul on deck as a lefty.
Well, that's the reason why he's in there. 154 against righties. That cutting action on the fastball.
Todd Frazier hitless, walked in the first, grounded out in the third, and flied out in the fifth. So Vincent quickly ahead 0-2.
Take a look at this location. That backup slider that elevates. Frazier didn't like it. Get out of the strike zone. A lot of options here for Nick Vincent.
Bruce aboard at first. And a nice job by Nick Vincent as he punches out Todd Frazier to quell any threat in the seventh.
trailing 1-0. And it is time now to check in with our AT&T Twitter poll results. We asked you early in the show, what trades will have the biggest impact? And there you see the winner, 38% Matt Garza, of course, going from the Cubs to the Rangers and following him. Crane there. What do you guys think about all that now? 38%, that's a pretty strong number.
Yeah, I like that, Kelly, and it's all about starting pitching. Matt Garza is that healthy pitcher now, but he's gone through some troubles.
Logan Forsythe to Cozart. The Reds make a change in left field as Chris Heisey takes over for Xavier Paul. Now the Padres going to need to get something going here. They're running out of time. Here in the bottom of the 7th, they have 4 hits off Mike Leake.
Well, it feels like they're ways away because Mike Leake has controlled this ball game with his consistency in and out of the strike zone. It's all about command.
Nick Hundley to Derek Robinson, 2 down. And here's Jesus Guzman. Came in as part of a double switch last inning. Took over in left field for Mark Kotze when Buddy Black brought in Nick Vincent.
Saw Jesus Guzman in the locker room before batting practice, and I looked at him and said, nice job, you're looking good. Very comfortable with his at-bats, especially on the road trip. And he needed that. Particularly impressed of the right center home run in Milwaukee.
Like you had said before, he hunts the fastball. He can crush it.
Oh, he knows how to hit. Sometimes as a bench player, it gets very frustrating. You don't get that timing. Jesus Guzman has had some big hits. You can see from those RBI total. Done a nice job this year for this club.
Well, it worked for Mark Kotze getting that start in Milwaukee. Got himself 3 hits. Comes in tonight, gets himself a hit just to, as you would say, get some at-bats.
You can see Mike Leake from the Southland Technology working down in the zone. He understands Jesus Guzman's got one thought. He wants to leave the building.
Worst things could happen. Get out of here in a hurry. Well, Leake retired the side in order in the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and now has 2 outs here in the 7th. Pitch count up to 104. You know, we thought early on in this game, the way Leake had gotten his pitch count up early, that he'd be gone long before now.
Well, he settled in. He's had some easier innings. He's made some good adjustments.
Some action in the Reds pen. Manny Parra, Logan Andrusik. Reds bullpen about middle of the pack in the National League.
Well, they got some power arms down there. It's all about that closer. Chapman. See triple digits with the fastball. You don't want him in the game.
And he's able to get Guzman looking there for the 3rd out of the inning. So again, Leake retires the Padres in order. They trail 1-0. Friends, Kelly Kroll with you as we check out our San Diego fans of the game. Come on, guys. Let's get this offense kicking in a little bit.
Yeah, they want that. See? Trying to rile them up with some dancing.
Rally dance. I think that's a dance. It's kind of a shadow boxer. It's how a lot of us guys get started dancing, and then we embarrass ourselves from there on. Weddings.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, please. I've seen what you call dancing. That ain't dancing. Chris Heisey, Devin Mesoraco, and Zach Cozart for the Reds here in the top of the 8th inning. Xavier Paul had gotten the start for Dusty Baker's Reds. Walked a couple of times and flied out where he gave way to Mr. Heisey.
Well, Dusty Baker talked about trying to get Xavier Paul some at-bats, but getting him out defensively on close games. Just managing a game. So many things go into, especially a National League game. You got to use your whole bench.
He'd have liked to have used Heisey a lot more, but he went to the disabled list with a hamstring issue. Since coming back, 15 starts, hitting .276. And he'll put a bat on the ball here to left. It'll go foul. Nothing but a striker. Keeps us in the count here at 0-2. Nick Vincent, as we mentioned, against right-handers, flat dominant. 154 is all those right-handers hit. Lefty's a little bit different.
Yeah, and that surprises me, especially with that cutter.
And he does a nice job disposing of Heisey to open up the 8th inning. Let's check out our Wendy's Now That's Better stat of the night. Houston Street, previous 7 games, 5 earned runs, 4 homers allowed. But in the last 8 games, nary a run. And hey, what a road trip, too.
Well, to me, Houston Street, his appearance and what he does at the end of the game, he's done a nice job in save opportunities. But he's a perfectionist. But he's done a nice job since the All-Star break. And we talked to him before the game today. We talked about Luke Gregerson giving him a tip. It's all about being good teammates. Luke Gregerson right there, as you can see, having those discussions. They have a lot of fun out in the bullpen. But Houston Street understands the importance of being a perfectionist when he goes in the ball game, getting those last 3 outs. Toughest thing to do in the game.
He had 4 saves as part of that 10-game road trip. He's 19 of 20 saves and save opportunities. There's 2 out. Zach Cozart.
Nick Vincent continues to pound the strike zone, getting ahead.
You know, collectively, another well-pitched ball game. The Padres won yesterday in Arizona, 1-0. Tyson Ross, Houston Street getting it done there. And that hurt.
That goes back to Sean O'Sullivan. I mean, yes, he did have the walks, the high walk total. He competed tonight.
They walked 5, allowed 5 hits in 6 innings. I think oftentimes we make too much out of those statistics, which really are ancillary to a certain point.
Yes.
You know, in the end, though, he'd obviously want to keep his walks to a minimum, if for no other reason, just to preserve that pitch count. 0-2, 2 outs. Zach Cozart. Right back at Vincent. Handles it easily himself over to Alonso. So 3 up, 3 down for the Reds as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Beat the Diamondbacks yesterday, 1-0 there behind right now to the Reds, 1-0 as we enter the bottom of the 8th inning. Our Subway in-game box score, Everth Cabrera lead the pack with a couple of singles. Yonder Alonso has one, Marcotte has one. Cotte now out of the game as Jesus Guzman takes over in left field. And that's where we stand, 1-0. Padres held scoreless on just the 4 hits. Reds have brought in a new pitcher. It's J.J. Hoover.
What a night by Mike Leake, but J.J. Hoover takes over, basically a 2-pitch pitcher. He has a changeup, but it's basically fastball, curveball, and he gets it up there, 96 miles an hour. Likes to pitch away. He likes to elevate that fastball as well. Talked about the power arms out of the Cincinnati Reds bullpen.
Rally dance in full force as Everth Cabrera will lead off for the Padres here in the bottom of the 8th. He'll be followed by Alexi Amarista and Chase Headley, unless Buddy Black decides to intervene. Cabrera singled in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, and reached on an error in the 5th. Todd Frazier once again in at 3rd. So Votto in a little bit, now drifting back at 1st.
You can see Votto is up on the grass. He has since moved back after that first pitch strike. Todd Frazier on the grass, respecting the bunt. I haven't seen Everth Cabrera do that slash that he liked to do last year. They were trying to eliminate that.
You know, he's done what he's supposed to do, right, as the table setter. He's been up 3 times tonight. Reached base each time to open up an inning.
That's exactly what you have to do as a leadoff hitter. He's established himself now this year from both sides of the plate as that tough out. That's the reason why he was the all-star for the San Diego Padres. Consistency. I say it all the time. What marvels me about Everth Cabrera and the maturation process that he's had this year, it's the concentration level. You have to concentrate. It's 162 games, Mike. That is very difficult. I've never done it on an everyday basis, but it is extremely difficult to concentrate that many times, and Everth Cabrera wants to play every day.
And for the most part, he's been able to do that. That hamstring injury kept him out a little while, but if he's available, he's in the lineup, and he'll be retired. Chris Heisey will put it away. So that's the first time tonight that Everth is unable to reach base.
Well, for the Padres, they're going to have to get on top of that fastball. J.J. Hoover pitches on the top of the zone. And from the hitter's perspective, that looks so good, and then just elevates with that velocity. A good breaking ball to go along with it.
Well, Frazier in again as Luke Gregerson loosens up in the Padre bullpen. Here's Cozart off the bag, his second wide throw, but this time Votto able to make the catch and the tag. So Cozart in a little trouble with his radar.
Well, sometimes you can get in your head. And with the last Everth Cabrera bullet to him, he had an error over there, but Joey Votto picks up the bad throw and nonchalantly just tags out Alexi Amarista. The no-look tag. Hey, if you can do it, why not, right?
You look cool doing it. Isn't that part of what makes you a major leaguer? Kind of looks effortless.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Or you embarrass yourself in front of 30,000, one or the other. Here's Chase Headley. He's 0 for 3. Talked about him beginning to warm up a bit.
Well, this is the time they need him. It's been tough sledding tonight for the Padre offense.
1 ball, 1 strike. Only other National League West ball game tonight. The Rockies and the Braves. The Braves won 9-8. Fly ball, right field. Jay Bruce. And the Padres go in order again as we head to the top of the ninth. Well, the Padres certainly need to get something going here, and it starts with retiring the Reds in the top of the ninth. Cincinnati leads 1-0 here at Petco. New Padres pitcher Luke Gregerson, as you check out Luke's numbers, has had himself another strong year. Great first half. A little bit of bumpy road.
Well, it's all about command of that slider for Luke Gregerson.
Like the Reds are going to bat 9-1-2, and Dusty Baker has a pinch hitter on deck in Jack Hanahan. And there's the big left-hander in Dusty's bullpen, Aroldis Chapman. If you haven't watched him throw, you really don't want to.
Well, it's uncomfortable, and it's triple digits. That's the man you did not want to have coming into the ball game. For the Padres, Luke Gregerson has to hold this offense at bay. It's only one run. The Padres can do it.
As you know, Padres won 1-0 yesterday. Now the bad guys lead. There's the first pitch to Hanahan. Gregerson quickly ahead, 0-1. Long strike, 0-2.
Well, Luke Gregerson's the workhorse of this bullpen, and he needed some rest. That all-star break couldn't have come at a better time for a lot of these guys. This bullpen's been used a lot. Buddy Black always talks about the starting pitching trying to get deeper in the ball games to save on these arms. But Luke Gregerson is one of those relievers that's talked about around the trading deadline, and it's a valuable piece.
Nice pitch there. He'll get Hanahan for the first out of the ninth. And man, when that slider is on, he is tough.
It is devastating, and you can see that downward tilt and the adjustment of the swing of Hanahan. You can take just that consistency with the slider on all sides of the plate. He can locate it, and he can make you look foolish like that one.
Here's the speedy Derek Robinson, 2 for 4. Had the triple back in the fifth when the Reds scored their only run on a fielder's choice by the second hitter is Turris. That would score Robinson.
Well, that tells you how nasty it is right there. Slider coming in. He's trying to lay a bunt down. I think he missed it by a foot.
He's a converted football player. A little time to polish the baseball skills.
Well, the speed's there. We saw it on the triple.
It's a good bit of this one in a ride. Venable running back to the wall, reaches for it, catches it on the warning track. A little bit short, 2 down.
A nice night by Will Venable in right field. Been very active.
Tested a little bit.
He's been tested. Luke Yoder might have to replace some divots out there. All the patches of grass he's torn up out there. It's been everywhere.
Well, every place we go at this club, they all want to know how Luke Yoder does it.
Well, to me, it's the best climate to have everything in. But what a fabulous job he and his staff do.
His tourist struck out in the first, flied out in the second. That fielder's choice. Run scored in the fifth, and he grounded out in the seventh. So 0 for 4. Good insurance policy for Dusty Baker.
Well, he's not going to get much playing time with Brandon Phillips manning second base, but Carlos Quentin getting ready. He understands he's one swing away, and he's got to get it ready for that fastball by Chapman.
Sound familiar? Spending your life as a pinch hitter?
Yeah, you start amping up mentally. You start getting ready.
Underappreciated, I think, the pinch hitter's role. When you consider your one at bat.
Well, it's an opportunity. I'll never agree that it's the hardest part of the game. It's an opportunity to be in a major league uniform.
Agreed, but when the guy you're going to face is not a tired starter on his 4th time through the lineup, it's a kid who's 6'6" with a 105-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, it's coming. He's got fastball in his mind. He wants to impress everyone in the stands. And Carlos Quentin needs to put a barrel on that if he gets the opportunity. It's a fascination about this game, the talent level that goes on, but everyone wants to see it.
Well, they remember it here really well. Like when he faced Tony Gwynn Jr. Petco Park recorded that fastball at 105.1 miles per hour. And Gregerson, nice job. He'll get his tourist 3 up, 3 down for the Reds. Aroldis Chapman coming up to face Yonder Alonso. When we come back, it's the bottom of the ninth. by Petco, where the healthy pets go. By Del Mar, Wednesdays are free and easy for Diamond Club members at Del Mar. And by Pacifico Beer, discovered in Baja, imported by surfers. We've got a dandy here at Petco. 1-0. The Reds holding on to this lead, and their star closer, Aroldis Chapman, hard throwing lefty this season. You see his records, but he's not in there for those numbers. He's there because of saves, and he's got 24 of them. That's fifth in the National League.
Giving up 4 home runs, and that's because upwards to 90% fastball slider. 2-pitch pitcher, and he's all about the heat. It's uncomfortable at bat because you never know when he's going to uncork one. He's trying to throw it through the catcher.
Now he'll face Yonder Alonso, and Carlos Quinton and Chris Denorfia are available. Chris Denorfia is stretching on deck. But Yonder and Chris with a chance to let Chapman provide the power, spin one out of here perhaps. But let's start with a base runner. Alonso 1 for 2, single and a walk. .99 miles an hour, and Alonso in there ripping.
Yeah, the one thing you got to battle is not try to swing as hard as he's going to throw it. You got to try to stay short to the baseball. Just put the barrel on it. He's supplying the power. So many times I made the mistake because you amp up. You try to swing as hard as you can. You don't need to do that. There's the slider because of the first pitch swing. 85 miles an hour on the slider. Those are some people's fastball. A good take by Yonder. Recognizing that slider out of the hands. Now he's bought himself another fastball.
Chapman, a 2-time All-Star, working from the far left side of the rubber. .99 up. Got to be tough to lay off.
That's what velocity does. It's hard to stay out of the strike zone. Looks like a perfect pitch. Elevates up near your chest.
There you see where Chapman works on the rubbers. He tries to establish some angle.
This is when, Mike, you got to try to take all the movement out of your swing and just use your hands. You'll actually surprise yourself if you put the barrel on it. Easier said than done.
Lanky left-hander. 102 miles an hour down. Well, you've got to be a big league hitter to be able to take.
And that's why people love it. They saw 100 miles an hour, 102 on that last fastball. Good take by Yonder.
See if Yonder can coax a walk.
Oh, yeah.
And he does. So the Padres get something going here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Well, let's take a look at this outstanding at bat by Yonder Alonso. First pitch fastball, good hack. Then he goes to the slider the next 2 pitches. And he gets to the 2-1 count, gets out of the strike zone, and starts getting back into the at bat. That's the pitch right there. Slows him down. Outstanding at bat by Yonder Alonso. Buddy Black loves it. Now they're 1 swing away from snatching a W.
Chris Denorfia hammers this ball to center field straight away. Derek Robinson goes back. It's gone! Home run, Chris Denorfia, ball game!
has never had a bigger swing in his career. Outstanding effort. First pitch fastball, driving it straight up the middle of the diamond. Walk off. Go turn the music up, boys. Go have some fun. That's a great win.
Chris Denorfia provides a little bit of power. Aroldis Chapman does the rest. And Denorfia against his former team, the Cincinnati Reds, he makes them pay. Mike Leake pitches a nice ball game, but in the end, your Carl's Jr. star of the game, Chris Denorfia, a walk-off, 2-run bomb. And the Padres win their first game of this 3-game series. Sean O'Sullivan kept this team in the ball game, pitched a whale of a ball game, fighting himself, able to keep the Pods in it and setting the table for Denorfia.
Mike, if you look at it, this is an outstanding team victory coming off a great road trip with a winning record. And we got the game-winning guy, and Kelly, take it away. What an outstanding job by Chris Denorfia.
Okay, so first of all, you've already gotten that once, so I thought I was in the clear. But Chris, you step up to the plate there at the end. You know Chapman. What's going through your mind there on that first pitch?
I'm just trying to simplify everything as much as I can. I know he's going to throw it really hard. I'm hoping for a strike. I know I was going to be aggressive right there, and I got a good pitch.
Where does that rank in hits in your career? That has to be right up there at the top, I would think.
I've never had an adrenaline rush like that after a hit, so that was pretty cool. I'm pretty psyched.
And just describe up to that point the mentality of this team, because Leake really had his stuff going tonight. You guys, hits-wise, didn't have a whole lot, but how did this team stick with it here to the end?
Well, Mikey Leake did a really great job tonight at keeping us off balance. Everything he throws moves a little bit, and guys were getting really frustrated. They were just missing some pitches, and our pitching staff did a great job. O'Sullivan kept us in that game, went toe-to-toe with him, and our bullpen has always shut him down.
Chris, congratulations. Great job tonight.
All right, thanks a lot.
Mike, back to you guys in the booth.
How about the job by Chris Denorfia? Now 2 for 5 in his career against Aroldis Chapman, a double and a game-winning walk-off homer. Laura McKeeman, what's coming up on a post-game show?
Well, we've got a great one coming your way on Padres Live, the post-game show. Of course, we'll have more reaction from the clubhouse on this walk-off win. The Padres will tell you everything you need to know. We'll hear from Bud Black and, of course, all the details on another pitcher's duel. It's all coming up on Padres Live.